Because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
No, it has not. It has not changed, The Rock. Because Black Adam has bombed in the box office. It has lost over $100 million in the box office. Which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for the DCEU. Because I enjoyed the Snyderverse. I thought it was great. I thought that they were going in a very good direction with evil Superman and Darkseid and that whole shebang. And I think if they would have let that breathe, if they would have let that happen, I think we would have had something truly special. But The Rock came in, and The Rock said, only I can fix the DCEU. And that is the problem. That is the problem with Black Adam. The problem with Black Adam is The Rock's ego. You see, I have it on good authority that they wanted to introduce Henry Cavill a lot sooner, right? They wanted to tease that a lot sooner, but he wanted it to be about him. He wanted Black Adam to be about him, which is the problem with all of his movies. The problem with The Rock's movies is that he makes the movie solely about him because, I don't know, somewhere in his career, he has gotten in his head that he is the reason why these movies are successful, right? Because of him. Nothing else. Nothing else matters in The Rock's movies besides The Rock. Like nothing else. So what tends to happen is, he's like, yeah, who gives a shit about the writing? Who gives a shit about anybody else? It's all about me. It's all about me. That's what happened with the Fast and the Furious movies. He realized that it was not all about him, that it was about the movie, and he was like, I'm out. If it's not just gonna be about me, I don't want anything to do with these movies. And that's why he went on and he did his own thing, and he did like a spin-off that failed also. Like, honestly, if you look at The Rock's like movies, none of them are successes. None of them. I mean, some of them are, but you know what I mean? Like he made a movie like called Rampage where he has like a gorilla or some shit. He made another movie called Skyscraper. He made these movies, and the only reason why they do somewhat well is because they get released in China and they're big fans of him. But not Black Adam. Black Adam did not get released in China because whatever reason. So that's why this movie like tanked. You know? That's why. I mean, the only movies that have been like box office hits that he has been in has been the Fast and the Furious movies. And you can look this up. Like, Fast and the Furious has been it for him. And he's out of there because it's not about him. So that's why he really hasn't been hitting like he claims to. But the reason, going back to the reason why Black Adam stank, was because, again, going back to The Rock's ego, he is his own worst enemy because he feels like he is enough. His body's enough. He is enough to make these movies great, so he doesn't need to act. I mean, if you look at his movies, it's not him playing these roles. It's just him as these roles. Let me explain. When he played Hercules, he wasn't acting as Hercules. He wasn't playing the role of Hercules. No. He was The Rock with the powers of Hercules. When he's in the Fast and the Furious movies, he's not acting as a cop, chasing over Toretto and Vin Diesel and his family and all that shit. No, he is The Rock as a cop, as a federal agent. You know, when he's a Tooth Fairy, he played that Tooth Fairy movie. He's not acting as a Tooth Fairy. He's not acting. He's The Rock as a Tooth Fairy. You know, it's like you're watching, when you watch The Rock's movies, you're watching like a different version of The Rock. You're not watching him act out these roles. And that's exactly what happened with Black Adam. You weren't seeing him act as Black Adam. No, you were seeing The Rock with superhuman powers, with the powers of Black Adam. You know, he talks the same, he acts the same. I mean, for fuck's sakes, he didn't even have the pointy ears. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, that's the problem. It's, you hear that a Rock movie's coming out and you're like, or you hear that he's gonna be in a movie and you're like, oh, you know, great, we get to see, like Black Adam. when they said Black Adam's gonna come out, and I saw like the previews and stuff, I'm like, okay, so this is not a Black Adam movie. This is The Rock with the powers of Black Adam. That's what this is. He doesn't have the pointy ears, doesn't have the hair, the iconic hair. He doesn't have anything. It's like, you know, I'm sure he was doing wrestling moves. Like, he does that shit in all of his movies. He like does the rock bottom, and I'm sure that's like the producers like, hey dude, hey, do the rock bottom, and he's like, sure, okay, I'll do it, and then he like, you know what I mean? Like, it's The Rock, dude, and that's why this movie wasn't that good, because he made it all about himself. He made it all about The Rock. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Be sure to hit the subscribe. Sensational.